Okay, so this is the piece that I'm going to work on. This is a snow-covered tree from in front of my house. Yeah, so kind of urban and nature. Um, I love how the trees look when they're with a fresh fall of snow on them. Anyway, so that's why I picked it. I won't bore you with the actual tearing. There's only one trick I have to offer you, and that is if you want to tear something in an accurate place, like you want to keep this line, a fingernail, and on the spot you want to tear, and the will help you tear with some accuracy. You see that? Oh, you can't see that because my hand's in the way. Alright, let's try this. Just slightly away. But the fingernail, and it doesn't have to be a big one. I mean, I got really short nails. Just keeps the tear where you want it. And this one, unfortunately, had the shapes were is really hard to get to, like this piece in here. So some of it is actually cut. I do prefer the torn lines, though. I think it just adds so much more. I don't know what, but I love torn paper anyway. I think it's nice. So yeah, spaces like that, that's you really have to. So I've put it on a bigger sheet. That's my that's what I do with them, and you can and really probably off camera I'm going to measure that out because it's you don't want to start gluing stuff down and then discover that you know you haven't got it in the right place. And if you're going to use this for art journaling, you may not care that it's exactly where you want it to be. Um, Centered and stuff. It probably won't matter. But this is one way to yeah. So um, so these are the pieces. I'm gonna come back when this is all glued down. You don't need to watch me glue it down, do you? So no, it's not. Nobody needs to watch that. Gluing is the same no matter who's doing it. And we'll come back with the gold. Okay. Okay, so what I've done here is I've drawn around a copy. You can do it with the original before you start, and given myself a frame to work in, and then for this one I put the pieces that are kind of in the background on first. I had to, give myself a shape to glue to. And I'm only gluing with, glue stick. You know, it's not a formal piece of art. We won't be hanging it in a gallery. So I'm not too worried about it. Besides that, an inkjet photocopy. So I apologize if you can hear the dogs there in the window in the art room, excited about somebody. And yeah, so yeah, it's an inkjet printer, so you don't really, unless you seal it, it can get messy. I don't want the dark colors, particularly. It's easy for them to run. So it is possible to seal inkjet printer pages, but I honestly just didn't feel like it. Lazy. What can I say? Okay, so here we are. We're going to put the last piece in. And all I'm doing off to the side here is putting the glue stick on it. Which, you know, you don't want to skimp on this because... Hey! Oh, that's hubby. He's home. Yeah, sorry about that. My husband had taken the car to the garage and I thought he was going to be away for hours, and there you are, he's back. So, that's nice for him, nice for me. Okay, so I'm just gluing this off to the side here. I'm just gluing this last piece. It's very large. And trying to make sure I get the edges down. You don't want to skimp on glue. I'm going to do that. We can sneak a little bit of matte medium in under the edges if we miss something, you know, and we want it to lie flat. But most of the time, okay, here we go. Oh, such a big piece. And usually I've been doing them in their kind of straight layers. So you just lay one and then you lay another. But this one is a little more complicated. Yep. Did I say it was more complicated? Okay, we're just going to shift that over a little bit. Yeah, a lot more complicated. Sorry. I'm having a hard time getting these pieces to sit. There we go. And that's a little better. So get this one to... Of course, it is possible to get too much glue too. See that? It's a big clump of glue on my finger. Okay. Yeah. This is a little crooked. I think just because of the... See this edge? It's funny. Anyway. That's how it worked out. So maybe you'll learn something from that. That's a very big edge. Don't usually get that kind of edge. And I would say that's probably because of how I did it. And I would say I probably should have left these and put them in afterwards. But, you know, it is what it is. So there we are. Put the cap back on the glue. And now we need our glow pen. Make sure it's writing. And I am going to play with this, where obviously I'm going to have a large piece here. And I guess we'll just see how that works out. You know, do you want... Does that probably will need balancing on another side somewhere. But this is a long, tedious process, so I'm going to speed it up. Not sure how well balanced that is yet, so I may add some more, but you get the idea. And that's just about all I have to say about that. It's not a big deal. Um, uh, I think it's lots of fun, actually. Something to do with the photographs that I put through Picasso, and I'm like very. Um, I love playing with the app, and so I'm happy to have something to do with them besides store them um, digitally. That's the word I'm looking for. So, hope you're having a nice day, and um, that you take a chance and try this. I think it'll be fun. Uh, anyway, and if you want to share what you've done with this, I recommend Art Joy of Sharing, and you can tag me in that group. My name is Laura Gregain. Um, but I think I'm in that group under Laura's Art, Laura apostrophe S Art. So, whatever, that'll be great. I'd love to see what you do with this.